I don't know it yet, but in a couple of days my company will lay off roughly 10% of its employees. And for a couple of hours one morning in San Jose, Costa Rica, I won't know if one of those employees is going to be me. I've never been laid off before. I've never been fired before either, even though there were a couple of jobs I definitely shouldn't have had. Before I started making videos on YouTube, I was an assistant to an actor in LA for a couple of years, a job I stumbled into and which required skills I absolutely did not possess. Planning, attention to detail, and scheduling are all things I don't do well in my own life, so to put me in charge of those things for someone else's incredibly busy life, not the best fit. Once, after I sent this actor to the wrong dentist's office, I begged him to fire me. He declined, but we agreed I'd work on my scheduling skills. Soon after that, he arrived for a haircut 3 hours early because I had put the appointment in his calendar in Eastern Standard Time, and he still didn't fire me. I stopped working for him when I got my current job, a job which fits my skill set more directly. It involves communications, project management, and most importantly, is fully remote. At first, I didn't tell my team that I was building a travel YouTube channel, thinking they might disapprove or worse, fire me straight away. When my colleagues slowly started coming across my videos online, their reaction was the exact opposite of what I had feared. They were supportive and enthusiastic, and now when I log into meetings, people get a kick out of where I'm dialing in from every week. Which was all fun and games until this week in Costa Rica, when I'm about to find out if it will be my last. I came to San Jose because people told me not to, that there really wasn't anything to see here. Well, that can't be true, I thought, and so I came to check it out for myself. I found a city with over 700,000 people that every local I talked to described as feo, even when I told them I thought it could be beautiful. I was also warned repeatedly to be careful when filming with my camera, and told large parts of the city were off limits once the sun went down. This made shooting a video here challenging, but I like a challenge. And that's good, because finding things to do in San Jose as a visitor is also a challenge. Every Google result for San Jose activities returns pages of things to do outside the city. The country is famously beautiful, filled with jungles and volcanoes and stunning beaches, all things I plan on coming back to see. But this trip, I wanted to spend 2 weeks working and exploring San Jose. I stayed in the Romercer neighborhood, right next to the city's giant football stadium, located in a park that stretches for blocks, where every day after work I'd go for a run around smaller football fields and through wooded pathways. At the end of the park is a free contemporary art museum, housed in the old building that was once the control tower of Costa Rica's first international airport. Their collection holds over 6,000 pieces, and spending an afternoon here made me realize that an old airport building makes perfect sense, because art easily takes me away. I also joined a walking tour led by Daniel, who showed us the central market in downtown San Jose. Like most mercados I've been to, this one didn't disappoint, with vendors selling everything you need to make a meal, clean your house, and also adopt a pet or two. The market and the surrounding streets were bursting with life, local ticos going about their daily routine. This is what I came to San Jose to see and experience. Sure, it might not be as exciting as ziplining through the canopies, but to me it's pretty close. Daniel showed us the city's first cathedral, built on a hill in what used to be surrounded by small farms and vast stretches of jungle. He took us to the National Theater and explained how the coffee barons had agreed to finance its construction until they didn't, and left the tab for the local population to pick up. He showed us a couple more of the city's nice parks, which were filled with incredible greenery, and also a couple of adorable dogs, who I will always make time to pet. And then we ended the night with a delicious, home-cooked meal. Today we're gonna go see some sloths. There's a walking tour around the university here that doesn't guarantee you'll see a sloth, but says it is highly likely we'll see a sloth. I honestly had no idea that anyone other than Kristen Bell felt passionately about sloths, but turns out they're everyone's favorite tree creature. So hopefully we see some. Okay, let's go. This tour was run by a local life sciences student who was passionate about the nature running through her city, and we spent a couple of hours being shown all the biodiversity packed into our surroundings. We even got to taste some.
Yeah, it's okay.
Is it coconut? It's got a flavor, doesn't it?
Tastes like a leaf. Yeah. After spotting lots of birds and a couple of bees, we came to the grand finale of the tour, the sloths. There's about 20 who live in the trees around campus, and the ones we saw seemed way less interested in us than we were in them. Which brings me to those layoffs. We're told that to be an artist is risky, that to make things and hope to make a living from those things is uncertain. You're better off going the safe route, get a job at a big company and save your dreams for nights and weekends where they belong. Which is true until that big safe company unexpectedly lays everyone off without notice, and suddenly the safe route doesn't feel so safe. Thankfully, I made it through this round of layoffs, but in the hours of uncertainty, I was forced to evaluate what I've been doing, where I place my trust, and you know what? I'll just let this guy explain.
Oh, hey. I'm down here. I guess what I'm trying to say is bet on yourself. Invest in yourself. The only thing that you can control in this world is yourself. What seems stable, what seems like the safe bet, what seems like it doesn't have risk, isn't always the case. The one thing you have control over is your life and your choices. So if there's something you've wanted to do, make moves to make that happen. If you think that it's scary or it's risky, it probably is, but no more than not doing it. And, you know, look at me. I'm at the airport at an ungodly hour in the morning all of the time, just trying to make my dreams come true. So I believe in you guys. I hope this video is helpful. I wish you nothing but love. And now I have to catch a flight to the next place.